I did a year of sports science and physical education at Canada Christ University. I didn't finish it, unfortunately, but it's something that I would like to go back to and do. I think it's good to be able to like finish football and then go into something completely different in terms of sports science or like medicine. I think, yeah, it's good. Education is like vital. So I think it's something that I would like to pursue.
Jordan Zemura might still have some way to go before earning his degree in sports science, but he certainly earned top marks during his 2 seasons at Udinese.
In by Zemura, and who is there? Lorenzo Luca.
Pace, precision, consistency. The Zimbabwe international knows exactly what it takes to thrive at fullback in the fiercely competitive environment of Serie A.
There's a few really top left backs that I've been seeing in Serie A so far this season. I'd say obviously defensive abilities is massive. You need to be able to control like the left-hand side of the left-hand side of the pitch in terms of defensively, where you've got to mark the wing back or the right winger. I think that's a big importance, but also just quality on the ball, because I feel like in the Serie A it's quite a tactical game.
Now Noslin, he looks for Zaccagni. What a challenge that is from Camara.
So I think it's very important to like, when you have the opportunity to cross the ball into the box or like take on your man 1v1 or just that final pass, decisiveness is very, very important. Players like DeMarco, Hassan Kamara, Theo Hernandez, all these players are very like decisive in that way, defensively and offensively.
Theo Hernandez, superb third.
Zemura has his own take on how to be great offensively. Free kicks.
It's something that like behind the scenes that I was like definitely at the back of last season I was really like working on, just because you want to be able to like have that in like your locker and stuff like that. So throughout my whole career I've always fancied myself in that situation.
Here goes Zemura! Fabulous from Jordan Zemura, has pulled a rabbit out of the hat with 15 minutes to go.
But I think the Lecce game, it just happened to work out perfectly. I missed a sitter in the first half, so I was like, oh, wow, I was thinking about it a lot. And then when the opportunity came, I felt good in the moment, and yeah, just let it go.
After a nerve-wracking campaign last season, Udinese have reaffirmed their status as a tough side to beat.
And Luca Tova, it's scrappy, but Udinese have the lead in the capital.
I think this year it's big respect to the manager, the director, and like the manager's staff, and I think also us as the players. I think sometimes you have to give yourself a bit of credit. I think this season we've come with fresh ideas, fresh energy, and also like more like competitiveness between us as a team, and like I think that's what's helped us a lot, because sometimes in the training sessions are harder than the games we play. So because we want to work that hard and work that well. So yeah, no, this season so far so good, but obviously it's not finished yet.
Zemura, another delivery in! And the ball does end up in the back of the net.
Since he first came in, he's been very clear and direct in terms of how he sees the season and how he sees me and the team and stuff like that. And he's always told me that like you have to compete for your spot, and like if you're competing well and you're performing well, then like that's your position to lose, sort of thing. And like I think in football that's what you need. You need to know from a clear point of view where your manager sees you and how he sees you involved in the team, and then you can just be clear on that, and then you can just work hard and just push for that.
Injury has put the brakes on Zemura's progress, but the 25-year-old is satisfied with his campaign so far.
I think for me personally this season, the main target was to have more influence on like the matches that I've played, and like definitely have more contributions in terms of goals and assists compared to like last season, because that's the only way you can judge it and how it was last year.
Sarsfield. Here is Zemura! First goal in the Italian top flight.
And I think I've succeeded in that in terms of like more assists and obviously like equal goals, but also I think it's just like more minutes on the pitch. I think that was like the biggest thing for me, to just try and like be consistent and like get through 90-minute matches and like play well and like keep my spot in the team.
Jordan Zemura picks the top corner and he floats it past Goffet to give Udinese the lead.
But what about his goals beyond the 90 minutes? After professional football and sports science, Zemura dreams of penning a different future.
that's something that I'm really thinking about in terms of just writing and expressing like emotions or expressing feelings. It's something I do in my spare time. Just write about like different things, describing different feelings or emotions, describing different moments in life. It's something that like brings me joy. So yeah, that's something that you think to look out.
Well, let me tell you something. You speak like a writer. Yeah, you do.
I try to.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.